starts right now.
We're going to pick out the strongest ideas, the most important ideas, the ideas that are going to work, and we're going to get them done. It's not going to be talk like it has been in the past. It's been going on too long, too many instances, and we're going to get it done.
Tougher background checks and mental health screenings for gun buyers in the United States. Today, President Trump pledging action to protect American school children.
And tonight, these two adoptive parents arrested on child abuse charges. Their children found living in squalor, how it all unraveled. Hello, I'm Stella Inger.
And I'm Guy Atchley. The Pima County Sheriff's Department says 4 adopted children were locked in their rooms without food or water.
9 News' Jennifer Martinez joins us live from the home. Jennifer, one of the kids actually escaped, and that's how police found out?
Yes, Stella, and if it wasn't for that brave little 12-year-old who escaped, those 4 children would still be inside of this home right behind me. Now, I did speak to one neighbor who says that oftentimes she saw those kids playing around outside in the backyard, but nothing seemed out of place. However, she tells me that she does remember that during the summer months, they would ask her for water because they were thirsty. She had no idea what was happening inside. 69-year-old Benito Guiterres and 64-year-old Carol Guiterres were booked into the Pima County Jail Wednesday morning. The couple facing 3 counts of child abuse on their 4 adoptive children, ages 6 to 12. According to the Pima County Sheriff's Department, the children didn't have access to food, water, or a bathroom.
They had been locked in their separate bedrooms from the outside. They did not have the ability to get out from their rooms from the inside. They would be locked in their rooms for a minimum of 12 hours a day.
Investigators say the only thing in the bedrooms, a mattress on the floor and no lighting. And one of the windows were boarded up from the outside.
No light could radiate into the room at all. When the children would have to go to the bathroom, they would have to pound on the door as loud as they could and try to get the attention of whoever was home at the time.
According to PCSD, the oldest climbed out of a window and walked to a Family Dollar on Flowing Wells and Prince on Saturday at about 7 o'clock at night.
A young child had come into his convenience store and had requested to use his phone to call his uncle.
According to deputies, the clerk became suspicious because the boy was alone, wearing pajama pants with dress shoes and no socks.
I started questioning him about why he was alone, where was his family.
Suspicious, the clerk walked out and took a break. He walked the boy home, and what he saw will forever change these children's lives.
He really didn't want me to call the police. He didn't want me to really hang around. He was kind of scared. But I was like, yeah, you know, this isn't right. This is, you know, a title or a child endangerment, you know, child abuse stuff right here.
And coming up at 6, I did speak to that employee, and I'll have that full interview at 6 o'clock. However, PCSD says they're commending that man because he saw something and he said something. Back to you.
Jennifer, thank you. High school students around the country walked out of class today pushing for tougher gun laws after 17 people were murdered in Florida. You can see aerials of students from Florida all the way to right here in Arizona.
Other Florida students filled the state capitol steps calling for lawmakers to take action on gun control. Inside the rotunda, survivors of the shooting relived their worst moments, turning trauma into a call for action.
The door started to rattle, and at first the only thought that came to my mind was, I'm going to die.
We want stronger mental health checks and background checks to work in conjunction. We want a better age limit. We want privatized selling to be completely reformed so you can't just walk into a building with $130 and walk out with an AR-15.
Some students say they were turned away from lawmakers' offices who told them meetings were by appointment only.
And school shooting survivors and angry parents spoke to the president at the White House today. They want politics set aside to protect our children.
My daughter has no voice. She was murdered last week and she was taken from us. Shot 9 times on the 3rd floor. We as a country failed our children. This shouldn't happen. How many children have to get shot? It stops here with this administration and me.
And people should be able to feel that when they go to school, they can be safe. And because there needs to be a change, people need to feel safe, and parents shouldn't have to go through the idea of losing their child.
The president vowed for tougher background checks and mental health screens for gun buyers.
We want to learn everything we can learn, and we're going to go, starting about 2 minutes after this meeting, we're going to work. Because this is a long-term situation that we have to solve. We'll solve it together. And you've gone through extraordinary pain, and we don't want others to go through the kind of pain that you've gone through. It wouldn't be right.
Meanwhile, back here, 100th City Tax Tour is in Tucson.
Congressman Raul Grijalva and other Democrats will highlight why they say the GOP tax plan is disastrous for working families. Yesterday, House Minority Leader Nancy Pelosi joined Grijalva in Phoenix as part of the tour. Pelosi says the recent tax cuts will have effects in the long run, including Medicaid and Medicare cuts. We'll have coverage of tonight's event at El Pueblo Regional Center beginning at 6.
The rodeo is taking over Tucson this week, and today crews are getting ready for the annual parade. This is video from the rodeo parade in 2016, and Chief Meteorologist Aaron Christensen is near the rodeo grounds where crews are preparing the parade floats for tomorrow.
Aaron, how's it going out there?
Well, I tell you what, the frantic sounds of staple guns and screwdrivers filling the air here this evening. Behind me, the Cash Time float. These folks have been in the parade 7 years, and they've got their eye on the trophy this year. At least from a weather perspective, no rain on this parade. But it is going to be chilly at the start of the parade, in the low 40s. That's at 9 a.m. So keep in mind, could be in the upper 30s when you're out there trying to line up, getting the best seat possible. So you certainly will want to have a jacket or sweatshirt, and especially on the little ones. By 11 a.m., 53 and mostly sunny. That is the time that the gates open at the rodeo grounds. Wind from the southwest about 5 to 10 miles per hour. We'll keep those mostly sunny skies going through noon as the Mutton Busters will be lining up, getting set to compete. Their competition happens at 12:30. 57 degrees. Will warm to a high of 59 by the afternoon. Coming up, a look at your weekend rodeo forecast.
Christianity is not a white man's religion, and don't let anybody ever tell you that it's white or black. Christ belongs to all people.
Legendary Baptist minister and evangelist Billy Graham has died at 99. He was one of the most influential religious voices in American history. From Truman to Barack Obama, Graham prayed with every U.S. president and preached to more than 215 million people in almost 200 nations. Tissue leaking into healthy parts of your brain.
That's what researchers at U of A are talking about. The new study that led to a profound discovery, how it may help prevent dementia. You're watching KGUN9 on your side.
What causes dementia after having a stroke?
Researchers at the U of A College of Medicine say liquefied brain fluid may be to blame. Scientists know that the brain liquefies after a stroke. Now, local researchers discovered the liquefied brain tissue is toxic and can slowly leak into the healthy portion of the brain. This discovery may help develop new treatment to prevent dementia.
I think it's significant, and hopefully it holds a lot of promise for being able to develop future treatments for people who've suffered a stroke.
The team hopes to verify its results in the coming months and develop a drug. Buckle up, the rodeo is in town. This is a live look near the grounds where crews are getting ready for tomorrow's parade. A live report on all of the action coming up next.
Plus, these pups have an important job, what they're being trained for at the Pima County Sheriff's Department. You're watching KGUN9 on your side. Authorities are investigating at least 4 Tucson electric power outages that affected thousands of customers the past few months. Each incident was caused by somebody tampering with pole-mounted equipment. If you see suspicious activity or damaged equipment, call 911. A driver's best friend is missing.
The driver was passing through Cochise County and survived a dangerous rollover wreck when his dog disappeared. This is the dog. The best friend is a Chihuahua boxer mix named Rico Suave. Yep, he hasn't been seen since the accident that happened Saturday evening near milepost 353 on I-10. That's an undeveloped area. Animal Control Division of the Cochise County Sheriff's Department looked for the dog but found no sign. If you have any information, call the Cochise Sheriff's Department. We have that information on KGUN9.com.
For the first time, the Pima County Sheriff's Department is using therapy dogs at the Adult Detention Center on the southwest side.
As 9 News Side's Pat Parrish shows us, the force is strong with therapy puppies like Luke and Leia.
Well, meet Luke and Leia. Well, they are what Pima County Sheriff's Department thinks is the first of a kind in the nation. They're therapy dogs being trained to help reduce the stress here at the corrections facility. The official name of the program is CPAST, or Corrections Pet Assisted Stress Therapy, a rather official sounding name for a pair of adorable pups acquired through a grant. But their job with the department is an important one.
Studies have shown that, their adept ability to bring down stressors and to bring, especially in a correctional environment. And so, we're kind of, breaking the mold and brought a couple crisis canines in, which we could already see the positive results of.
It's amazing because as law enforcement officers, we can sense tension, it's palpable. And the dogs walk through and you just see this de-escalation.
And it makes everybody smile, doesn't it?
How can you look at those two dogs and not smile? I mean, dogs have that comforting effect. That's why they're comfort dogs. And I'm so proud of this department to kind of step up and lead the way in something like this.
Leia here and her brother Luke will go through a 16-week program, and then they'll begin their process of helping be therapy dogs here at the detention center. Pat Parrish, KGUN9 on your side.
Now, KGUN9 on your side. First warning weather. Brought to you by Casino del Sol, the soul of Tucson.
I just have to say, Erin looks great in that hat.
Yes, she does. She also looks a little cold. Yes, I know. You look like you're shivering. How are the floats looking and how's our weather feeling?
Well, I tell you what, it is a little chilly out here. The wind has picked up, but the competition is heating up. Lots of folks here putting the finishing touches on their floats, from tissue paper, flowers to streamers, and hot glue galore. They've got their sights set on that trophy for tomorrow morning. And no rain on our parade, but it is going to stay chilly. After reaching highs in the 50s and low 60s across southern Arizona today, we are going to cool down once again tonight, pretty similar to what we were last night, meaning for the Tucson airport, 37 degrees. Now, again, I've said this before, but I'll say it again. If you live near a wash or low-lying area, it's going to be a lot closer to the freezing mark at your house. Mostly cloudy skies are expected, and that 37, by the way, does put us 6 degrees below average. So, of course, on nights when it's this chilly, people and pets have to be indoors. Cover up those sensitive plants and make sure your pipes are still wrapped. And keep them wrapped. The next 4 nights will be in the 30s. Again, tonight, 37. Tomorrow night, 39 for Tucson. Friday, 33. And then 34 degrees Saturday night into Sunday morning. As we look ahead to our Thursday afternoon, 59. And that still puts us 10 degrees below normal. Mostly sunny skies will return. Southwesterly winds up to 15 miles per hour. For the rest of southern Arizona, upper 50s in Douglas, but low 50s for your Thursday in Bisbee, 51, 55 in Tombstone, Sierra Vista, Sonoyta, Nogales, all ringing in at 55 for your Thursday, 58 in Green Valley, as well as Marana, closer to 60 in Ajo, 56 for the 3 Points area, 56 also in Vail and Benson, Corona de Tucson topping out at 58, again 59 for the Tucson metro area. If you're headed out to the rodeo this weekend, Saturday 57, but we do warm to 64 on Sunday, although that's still a few degrees below average. We are expecting mostly sunny skies both days. Wind from the northwest about 5 to 10 miles per hour Saturday, and then becoming more westerly by Sunday. The extended KGUN9 on your side 7-day forecast holding that blip of a system Friday passing through to our north. It will bring back a few clouds, breezy conditions, and a slim 10% chance for rain. Staying in the 50s through Saturday, low 60s on Sunday, and then back to the upper 60s to near 70 degrees for the first half of next work week. You know, I was talking to some of the folks out here. They tell me that they're probably going to be out here around 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock tomorrow morning just to make sure that the floats are still intact and everything looks good. It's going to be awfully cold. We'll be in the 30s here tonight and then low 40s by the time the parade starts at 9 a.m. So pull out those flannels and your jackets and make sure the little ones might even want some gloves and definitely some boots if you're headed to the parade tomorrow morning.
Bundle up for sure, Aaron. Thank you. A water main break is having serious repercussions.
How today's break could affect some people for weeks to come. You're watching KGUN9 on your side.
Fairview, north of Prince, will be closed for 2 weeks because of a water main break.
The break happened today, shutting down Fairview between Thurber and Simmons Roads. A nearby apartment complex also lost water. Tucson Water is running a temporary water connection to the complex to restore service. This water main was installed more than 50 years ago.
Test your sense of adventure and soar. The zip line at Grand Canyon West is open and ready for business. That's nearly 3,500 feet of pure adrenaline. You can sign up on the Grand Canyon West website. Back to the bull wrangling and steer wrestling.
How the floats are looking for the rodeo parade when we come back.
Aaron, we have a big day tomorrow, the rodeo parade. Bundle up if you're going to be out there.
Yeah, you know, temperatures right now in the upper 50s to almost 60 degrees, which doesn't sound all that chilly, but the wind has certainly picked up, so it is cool, no doubt. And we are standing in front of the Tucson Youth Football and Spirit Federation, and these students are the all-stars of the football and the cheerleading teams. Yeah! And they're putting together their float for tomorrow morning. Lots of hands, lots of help. We've seen the tissue paper flowers, the megaphones. Boy, they know some parade spirit here, and hopefully you do too. If you're headed out tomorrow, bundle up. It's going to be a chilly one in the 40s for the start of the rodeo parade.
Aaron, thank you. The minute they saw those cameras, right? Well, what do? We wave. Aaron, thank you very much for that. Yeah, it's going to be a cold one, so just be ready.
And thank you for watching.
World News Tonight is coming up next. We're back at 6.